Like my whole life I've wanted to go on a mission. Like my mom went on a mission and my oldest sister went on a mission. And so they were both kind of like mother figures to me. And so in my mind, just growing up, I figured if I wanted to be a good mom or a good wife or a good person, then I needed to go on a mission because my mom and my sister did, and they were like the greatest women I knew. So my whole life, that was just kind of why I wanted to go on a mission. And then like I was a product of the age change, as most of the people are who come in now. When that happened, I'm like, oh, okay, then I'm gonna go. And I went a year later because my birthday was the next August. I turned 19. So like I just was like, okay, I guess I'll go. So it wasn't really a question for me. I just figured I would go because I'd always wanted to go and it was always a part of the plan. So why not now, kind of thing. I have this tendency to worry a lot. And so before I got my call, I was really worried about where I was going to go, as a lot of people are. But like, I just like could not get over it. I couldn't like convince myself that I was going to be okay no matter where I went, that South Dakota was the place to, you know, I don't know, or like anywhere really. I was just kind of freaking out about everything. And so every time I prayed about it, I'd be really nervous about it, and then I would just kind of get this like calm feeling that, and like I got it a few times where it was like, it's okay, you're gonna go to Japan, it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, well, I'm probably not actually going to Japan, but it was just like kind of like a comforting feeling. And so when I actually did open my call, I was like, oh, like, oh, I see what you did there. And so it was like surprising to me in the sense that like I already knew. And I was surprised that I already kind of knew where I was going. And I didn't really want to open it with a lot of people. So I kind of just wanted to open it alone, but my family wouldn't let me do that. And so I just had all of my family on 2 different Skypes. And that was it. And then I called people afterwards. But like no one believed me like when I opened my call. And they're like, wait, are you sure? Are you being serious right now? And I'm like, apparently, I don't know. Like, I think this is real. So it was like really, really surprising. I was actually talking to someone about this last night, that I feel like the MTC lasted longer than my actual mission did. It was 9 weeks. So, I mean, granted, it used to be 12 and that's longer, but I think that no one should be in the MTC longer than 6 weeks. Like, I think after 6 weeks, you kind of get like cabin fever and you kind of go nuts. And like, to me, I don't know how much more I learned of Japanese in those 3 weeks than I learned 3 weeks earlier. But I think I learned a lot spiritually, and I was able to kind of grow my testimony more because I needed it once I got to the field. Like, all that preparation, like, I don't really feel like the MTC is so much for language training as it is for spiritual training, because no matter where you go, you're most likely going to, you know, get dropped in the deep end and you have no idea what you're doing. And you're going to need to know how to communicate with, you know, your Heavenly Father and feel the Spirit and be able to be led. And I don't really feel like I knew how to do that before my mission, you know, and before the MTC, before they kind of taught me about it, you know.